Alright, in this video we're going to take a look at a homework problem from section 3.3 through 3.4. As you can see, I have a list of weights in pounds and prices in dollars. And the first thing they ask you to do is create a scatter plot. So you can highlight these points, hit insert, go down to scatter, and make yourself a scatter plot. Now, one thing you might want to do is adjust your axis. So if I click down here on my x-axis and right click, format axis, I can make my minimum, maybe let's say 20. Or I can see, I think on the homework it says use 25, so let's just go with that. Okay, I also want to note that if you right click on the data, you could add a trend line, okay, linear, and I can display the equation and the R value. So note here, from this equation I can get all the information I need. There we go. So, well, alright. So, A is the slope. We'll say the slope is negative 47.12. The y-intercept is 2094.7. And then we have to calculate R. Well, you notice here it gives us R squared. So R squared is 0.1847. So if I want to calculate R, that's going to equal the square root of R. But look, that's a positive R, right? We know the square root of R squared is always going to be positive, but we can tell from our scatter plot that R should be negative. So I will go ahead and paste the value and then put a negative in front. Okay. So that's kind of how I found those here. Now notice another thing you could do. You could do these calculations. So you can calculate X bar, which is just the average, and then you can highlight all your X's. Then you can highlight your to find your standard deviation of your X. You can type STD, and you're going to use the sample standard deviation, and then select your X's. Okay. For your Y bar, you can use the average of your Y's. And then for the standard deviation of Y, you do standard deviation of S of the Y's here. And then for R, you can equals CO, the correlation. And then it doesn't matter which you pick first, X or Y, but I just like to do is do X first, then Y. Alright, and here we go. So notice you can calculate your slope by multiplying R times the quotient of the standard deviation of Y divided by the sample standard deviation of X. Okay. And you can calculate your y-intercept by using your y bar minus the slope you just calculated times x bar. Okay. So you'll see if I round these to 2 decimal places, well, if I round this one to 2 decimal places, and I round this one to 2 decimal places, okay, I get, let's see, round this one to 4. Okay, I get the same thing. I get the same thing that I got from my equation over here. So that's how you do it doing Excel. In another video, I'll show how to do this using the calculator.